Here's another app that's going to make golf interactive and social. Golf Gamebook.
This is Golf Smarter.
Welcome to the Golf Smarter podcast, Mikko.
Great to be here. Thanks.
Thank you so much. The app ecosystem has taken over our lives. It grows every day, and there's so many different apps out there. It's hard, as there are podcasts, it's hard to stand out from the crowd. Tell me about Golf Gamebook.
Yes, Golf Gamebook is the app, yeah.
And what is it, and how does it work?
Yeah, well, good question. Yeah, there's a lot of golf apps out there, but, Golf Gamebook, it's a free app for iPhone, and it...
iPhone only, not Android?
iPhone only at this point, yeah. And it's your digital scorecard that gives you a gallery of fans every time you're on the golf course and a diary to store your precious golf memories. Kind of like a Clubhouse in your pocket, as we call it. And so basically what it is, it's a golf scoring app that allows you to score any golf game format you might be playing, allows you to keep score live if you're playing with your buddies. So I think the best use case, at least for me with Gamebook, is that when I'm playing with like 2 or 3 groups of my friends, you know hole by hole what's happening, the live leaderboard, keeps track of your side games, and you can trash talk as well. So you can post comments, take pictures, videos, kind of
during your round.
During your round, yeah.
And so everybody has to have it on their phone.
One per
No matter
group.
where you are on the golf course, if you're on 3 and they're on 10,
Yeah.
you can still communicate.
Exactly. Well, basically, you only need to have one person in each group to score that specific group.
Okay.
Like the event tomorrow that we're scoring live with Gamebook is that one person in each group puts in the scores, and you have a live leaderboard hole by hole for the whole
Fun.
tournament.
I can't wait to see how that works.
So you know how you stand on the leaderboard. But
Sure.
but the social features are really cool because it's like a social media platform for golfers in a way. You know, much like
Which
Facebook
everybody's
or Twitter
been trying to
or
figure
Instagram.
out how to make that work.
So it's you can post whatever you want to do within the golf community. You can share, let's say you have a new driver or you're checking into a great golf club or whatever you might be doing around golf. You can share that with your friends on and off the golf course.
Fascinating. Can you show me how some of it works? Do we have
Well, yeah, I mean,
something here?
For example, here's my Golf Gamebook profile here. I can check what's happening on my feed here. Here's my buddy Jeff. He's actually playing at Carnoustie today. He's on a buddy's trip to Scotland.
We hate him.
And that's not very nice. Here's my colleague Antti. Is actually at the BMW PGA Championship at Wentworth right now.
Can I hold this up on this camera here? So this is the app. Obviously, we're looking at an iPad, but the social feature that we're talking about, and you can see he's getting pictures from his friends and comments as well. So it looks similar to social media
Exactly, yeah.
apps, right?
Yeah. And then if you go to your own profile, you can check out all your past results, past scores, statistics, how you've hit fairways and all that, and compare those with your friends.
So you
and all
enter
that.
that data, you enter how many fairways you're hitting, how many greens as you're going, or does it automatically while you're scoring?
Well, yeah, these you'd have to enter yourself.
Okay.
So, if you hit the fairway, how many putts or, greens hits and all that sort of basic stats. And yeah, sure, if you want to use the GPS, it has a course planner there as well, so you can measure the distances. And actually, it's fun that if you hit a really good drive downwind, downhill, you can measure it and post it on your feed. So you hit it
Very
like
cool.
a 300-yard drive, you can post and share that with your buddies live. So
Very cool.
So it's all about really, making the game more fun, using technology, kind of making the scoring a lot easier and more effective. But ultimately, the golf is more fun with Golf Gamebook than without it.
Yeah, absolutely. When was this product released?
Well, Gamebook was first launched at the PGA show in 2010.
Oh, wow.
And then we've been sort of developing it over the years, and now actually just very recently kind of relaunching the whole Golf Gamebook brand and the social features that we have.
Is that the new
available
edition that you're relaunching, is the social element
Yeah,
to it?
right now. Just I think it was the 28th of April is when we actually relaunched the whole product.
2016.
So yeah.
And how's your user base doing? How do you share numbers? I mean, how you're doing?
Yeah,
these
yeah.
days?
Well, I mean, we have about 1 million downloads right now.
Really?
About 400,000 registered users
That's
globally,
fabulous.
and it's growing very fast. So it's it's picking up very nicely, and so you'll most likely find your friends over there right now.
So I it's the question that I guess asked when I tell people I do a podcast, and it's always seems to be an interesting topic when you're talking about someone who's developing an app. what's your business model? Right? You make money at this? Is the question I always get. You make money doing podcasts? But how, I mean, if you've been around since 2010, you guys must have some way of generating enough revenue to keep this thing alive, even if you have investors.
Exactly, yeah. That's a good question because, the app is free. It's free to use.
Right.
There are no in-app purchases either. So it's so in areas, countries where we have a lot of users, like most of our marketing has been taking place in Europe. So like especially in the Nordic countries and UK, we work with advertisers, companies like the golf brands, the Callaways, TaylorMades, and MasterCard is actually our partner in UK. They're patron of the Open Championship, and they use our golf game book to promote not only MasterCard, but their involvement with the Open Championship to our audience of users in the UK. And they are giving out priceless surprises based on how you play on a golf game book and all that. So we create sort of like unique creative campaigns for companies that want to promote to our audience of users.
Oh, great. That's a very clever way of doing it.
We actually, since last year, we launched, we work with the European Tour as well. We're a partner of the European Tour, and we have this really cool concept called Your Race to Dubai, which allows you to, when you play a regular round of golf, you can challenge one of the pros playing on the European Tour that week. For, let's say, for example, if I play today, I can challenge Rory playing on the PGA Championship. And when he starts his round of golf, on the app, it'll be a live virtual match play against Rory. Him playing at Wentworth, me playing here at Midway.
Wow,
so we have concepts like that we use to kind of experience golf like never before and bring something unique to the golf community.
So when you have to do the elevator pitch of describing what the app is, you talk about social and scoring.
Exactly. It's kind of like a social live scoring app.
Okay. How many apps are in that category right now? Do you have any sense?
Well, the very few apps that actually allows you to have multi-group live scoring. Typically, they're more like extensive systems. There are a few, and then when you combine to the social features that Gamebook allows, connecting and following with your friends, that's very few. I mean, most golf apps are game improvement apps. You can keep your personal scores and your stats, and then you have the GPS course planner to check your distances. That's what most golf apps are about.
Right.
We're more than social
so
more
the thing that sets
side.
you apart
Exactly.
from everybody else is the social element now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. That's great. So iPhone only, and I guess you find it in the Apple App Store.
Golf Game Book on the App Store. Yeah, I mean we're working on the Android app as well, but we just kind of relaunched this one and just now looking at the way to kind of catch up with the Android as well.
And you also have a website live that we can learn more about?
Golfgamebook.com, yeah.
Golfgamebook.com.
Yes.
Perfect. Mikko, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming by and learning about this. Best of luck. This sounds awesome.
Hey, great to be here. Thanks.
Click on the link below to subscribe to our free weekly interviews on the Golf Smarter podcast at golfsmarter.com.